Hello, welcome dear yogis. I'm happy that you're here and we're going to do a Vinyasa class, a yoga class. Maybe you need your block, maybe you need a cushion or grab a blanket or maybe a towel. So grab your props if you need one, and then when you're ready we're going to start. So maybe you want to sit on your heels and maybe you want to sit cross-legged. As long as you are comfortable. Place your hands somewhere, maybe on your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes. And we're going to start our practice with 2 cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And one more. Bring your awareness towards your body. Observe how you are. So not only your physical body, but also your emotional body. Start to observe your breath. And deepen your breath. Use a yogi breath, a deep and calm, even breath. Try to inhale and exhale through your nose the whole time. Last one, take a deep inhale all the way up towards the crown. And then see if you can exhale completely. Maybe draw your belly button in. You can open your eyes if you want to, or keep your eyes closed for a moment longer. But on an inhale, circle your hands up, bring your hand palms together. Exhale, bring your hands before your heart. Inhale. Exhale, bow your head towards your heart. Unite your body and your mind. Place your hands again on your thighs. Observe your shoulders. How are your shoulders? Maybe they are fine. Maybe they are a little bit, how do you say it, stressed. Maybe tension. So on the inhale, bring your shoulders up. And then exhale, let it go. One more. Exhale. Now bring your hands towards your shoulders and bring your elbows together. Inhale, circle up, and then exhale, big circles. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come to your tabletop. Shoulders under your wrists and shoulders in one line, knees and hips. And then inhale, curl your tailbone up. Exhale, curl tailbone in, round your spine. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, round your spine, pull your belly button in. Inhale, tailbone up, looking up. And our last one, exhale. Return to our tabletop. We're going to set up our downward facing dog. So you place your hands maybe a little bit further away. And maybe your fingers are pointing towards the outside. Your index fingers are pointing forward, and then you press your fingertips, your fingers and your hand palms into the floor. Lift your knees up and then push back and up into a downward facing dog. Feet are hip width. So it's your first downward facing dog. Start to walk your dog. Observe your spine. So keep a long and tall spine. Maybe it's necessary to keep a little bend in your knees. One more breath. Inhale. Lift your right leg up. Keep your hips even. Exhale. Place your foot between your hands in our first low lunge. Feet are hip width. Create length in your spine. Reach with the crown forward. So strong legs. Lift your hand maybe for seconds. One more breath. And then step back in downward facing dog. Left leg is up, hips even. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Low lunge on the left side. Move your hips towards the midline. Try to create length in your spine. Lift your hands up for 1 or 2 seconds. And place them back. Downward facing dog. Bending the knees, inhale, high plank. Start to push the floor away. Reach with the crown forward. Keep your core active. Bring the weight a little bit forward. Place your knees on the floor and come all the way down. Inhale for mini cobra and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now look over your left shoulder. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Look over right shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, press yourself on your knees. And exhale, up and back into downward facing dog. How about your shoulders? So try to move your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your belly and your ribs in. One more breath. Now bend your knees and then inhale. Step or walk forward. Lengthen the spine here. Bring your shoulders on your back. Exhale, nose to knee. Keep a bend in your knee and then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands before heart. Ready? Then inhale, circle your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, folding all the way forward and down. Inhale for half a lift, lengthen. Exhale, take a high plank. Shift to a low plank, maybe with your knees on the floor, maybe not. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, place your foot between your hands into a low lunge again. Inhale, rise up into a high lunge. Now make sure that you press your back toes into the floor and you push your heel back. Your belly is in, your tailbone is in. Your shoulders are relaxed, but you try to create length. Point your hands forward. Make with your index fingers a little arrow and maybe a bounce. And then step forward with your left knee up. Make cactus arms. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Turn towards the left. Inhale, middle. Exhale, turn towards the right. And your left leg is going back. Inhale, towards the middle. One more time. Exhale, left. Inhale, middle. Exhale, right. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale, warrior two over your right side. Breathe. Observe if your shoulders are above your hips. Your knee and your toes are pointing straight forward. Your shoulders are relaxed. One more breath. Then turn your right foot a little bit in. Reach behind you and then intertwine your fingers here. Open chest, bring your shoulders on your back. And then we're going to do a forward fold. Your toes are a little bit in and your heels are a bit out. And then exhale, bring the crown towards the floor. Don't forget to bring your hands with you. Maybe your hand palms. You can press your hand palms together. Neck is relaxed, head is heavy. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, turn your right foot towards the front. Place your left hand on your back leg or on your left leg and reach with your right arm up. Create length in your spine. Exhale, lean towards your left foot. Come out of your pose. Spread your arms and exhale. Reach forward and hinge. Place your right hand on the inside of right leg and bring your left arm up. Lean back into your imaginary ball. Try to keep your hips above each other. So left hip above right hip and your shoulders in one line. And breathe. Now bend your front leg, place your arm on your leg and bring your left arm alongside your ear. And try to turn your heart towards the ceiling. Observe, don't hang in your shoulders, so keep distance between shoulders and ears. And don't lean too much on your leg. So nothing changes when you lift your arm. And breathe. Move to lizard pose. So place your hands on the inside of your right foot. Walk with your right foot maybe 10 or 20 centimeters towards the right. Move your hips towards the midline. Create length in your spine. Reach with the crown forward and push your heel back here. I know it's much. It's a lot to think about. One or two more breaths in lizard. Now take a little bounce and then step forward in Yogi squat. You can part your knees, maybe with your elbows, and place your hands before your heart. Try to bring your tailbone towards the floor. Reach with the crown up. If your heels are from the floor, that's fine. One more breath. Now turn your toes forward. Use the strength in your feet and in your legs to come all the way up. Exhale. Other side. Take a deep inhale. Create length in spine. Reach up with awareness and then exhale. Fold forward also with awareness. And then inhale. Create length. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, hips even. Exhale, foot between hands. Inhale, rise up into high lunge. So observe your alignment. Observe your body. When you're ready, bring your hands, point your index fingers forward. Keep a little bounce and then step forward with your right knee up. Make your cactus arms. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Come back and then turn towards the left. Inhale up, exhale towards the right. Inhale to the middle, exhale towards the left. Inhale up and then exhale, warrior two over your left side. I'm going to turn around, so please wait a second. So warrior two over your left side. Lengthen here through your fingertips. Keep your right hip open. And as your belly and your tailbone in. Straighten your front leg. Turn your foot a bit in. Reach back. Intertwine your hands. Open your heart. And squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then your toes a bit in, your heels a bit out. And then exhale, fold forward. Don't forget to bring your hands all the way down. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, turn your left foot towards the front. Your hips are in the same line as the long side of your mat. Spread your arms, place your hand on your right leg, reach with your left arm up, and then exhale, lean back. Come out of your pose, start to reach towards the front, and hinge, and come to Trikonasana, to triangle pose. Open your right hip, reach with your right arm up, lean back. And breathe, of course, use your yogi breath. Now bend your knee, place your arm on your leg, right arm alongside your ear. Keep your heart open towards the ceiling. Observe, don't lean too much on your leg. And from here, we're going to lizard pose. Place hands on the inside, walk with your left foot a little bit towards the left side. Keep your hips in one line. Start to push your heel away and try to create length in your spine. Now, maybe a bounce and then step forward in our Malasana. I'm going to turn around so it's easier for you to see. This time we're going to do a variation. So, push with your left elbow against your left knee and bring your right arm up. Change. Push with your right elbow against your right knee and bring your left arm up. Try to feel the space in your chest. by reaching up. And exhale, turn your toes towards the middle. Use the strength. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands before heart. Ready, take a deep inhale, bring your arms up. Exhaling for forward fold. Inhaling for flat back. Exhale, high plank. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg is up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Again, low lunge. Inhale, rise up into high lunge. Point your fingertips forward or your index fingers. Take a little bounce and then step forward with your left knee up. Now place your left ankle over your right thigh. Bring your left arm up. Reach back. See if you can grab your right upper arm. Start to open your chest. Bring your shoulders on your back. Hold onto your ankle with your right hand. And see if you can point your left knee more towards the floor. And keep your hips even. So sometimes your right hip is sticking out. So press with your right foot into the floor. So your hips are even. And then let go of your bind. Bring your left knee up. Step in warrior two over your right side. One more breath in warrior two. Now turn your right foot a bit in. Bring your hands before your heart. Make sure that your toes are a bit out and your heels are in. We're going to goddess pose. So bend your knees. Make sure that your knees and toes are pointing the same direction. Pull your tailbone in, pull your belly in. Keep shoulders above hips. Imagine there's a wall behind you and you want to lean with your back against the wall. And breathe. Maybe you can sit a bit deeper. Use your yogi breath. 2 more breaths. And the last one. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale for warrior two. Now intertwine your fingers behind your head. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, point your left elbow towards your left foot. Come back towards the middle and point your right elbow towards your right foot. Try to keep your heart open. Place your left hand on your lower back. Bring the weight on your left foot and then step forward into a half moon. And maybe you need your block for under your right hand. So step forward. Maybe place a block under your hand. Open your left hip. Keep your foot flexed. Bring your left arm up. Start to open. And then it's your choice. You can look towards the floor or maybe up towards your hands and breathe. One or two more breaths. And the last one. Now cross your left foot behind your right foot and come all the way up. Grab with your left hand your right wrist and lean towards the right. Spread the weight over both feet. Inhale, come out of your pose. Exhale, swing your right leg back into a low lunge. Come to a three-legged dog. So push back and up in the three-legged dog. Hips even. Then bring your knee towards your right elbow for 1. Inhaling up. Exhaling for 2. Inhale up. Exhale for 3. Now, see if you can bring it towards the left. Lean on the edges of your feet. Lift up and breathe. So lift your hips up. Return to downward facing dog. Bend knees and an inhale, step towards the front. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands before heart. You're going to do the other side, so when you're ready, inhale, circle hands up. Exhale, forward fold. As always, be here, not somewhere else with your thoughts. And then inhale, create length, shoulders on your back. Exhale, high plank. Low plank. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. So in your downward facing dog, bring your left leg up. Exhale, foot between hands. Use yogi breath. And in the inhale, rise up into high lunge. Keep your shoulders above your hips. Point forward. A bit, maybe a bit of a bounce. And then step forward, right knee up. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Bring your right arm up. Reach back. See if you can grab your left upper arm. Open chest. Bring your shoulders on your back. Hold on to your left foot or left ankle. And point your right knee towards the floor. And observe your hips. So your left hip is not sticking out. Let go of your bind, bring your knee up and step to warrior 2 over your left side. Lengthen here, keep your shoulders relaxed. As always, observe. One more breath. Then straighten your leg, turn your foot a bit in and prepare yourself for your goddess pose. Hands before your heart, toes a bit out, heels in, bend knees. Tailbone in, belly button in. Lift your heart, bring your shoulders on your back. Lean into that wall. Now make cactus arms. Take a deep inhale. Exhale towards the right. Inhale to the middle. Exhale towards the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And return in the middle and inhale. Create length. Exhale, warrior 2 over your right side. Over your left side, I'm sorry. Over your left side. Now, clasp your hands behind your head. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, point your right elbow, yes, towards your right foot. Make sure that your left knee is pointing straight forward and keep your right hip open. Point with your left elbow towards your left foot. Bring your right hand on your lower back. Then we're going to step forward. Bring the weight on your left foot. Place something under your hands, maybe a block. Open your right hip. Keep your foot flexed. Bring your right arm up and then start to open in a half moon. Cross your left foot behind your right foot and come all the way up. Grab with your left hand your right wrist and lean towards the left. One more breath. And then return or swing your left leg back and take a low lunge. Press hands into the floor. Come to a three-legged dog. Right leg is up. And then touch with your knee your left elbow for 1. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling for 2. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling for 3. Now see if you can bring it between your arm and your leg. And then lean on the edges of your feet. Lift up your hips and reach with your left arm up. I'm going to turn around so it's easier to see. One more breath. And return to downward facing dog. Take a little hop half of your mat and take a seat. So sit on both sitting bones. Bend your right knee. Make sure that there's a hand distance between your foot and your left leg. Place your left hand next to your left hip. Reach your right arm up. Try to create length in your spine. Exhale, reach forward. And then wrap your hands around your leg. Your left hand is moving towards your back. See if you can intertwine your hands here. Maybe if it's not possible, then maybe use a towel or a sock. Inhale, create length in your spine, lift your sternum. Exhale, look down. Come all the way up. Now cross your right foot over your left. Keep your foot flexed. Reach up. Exhale, place your left elbow over right. Place your other hand behind you. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, looking over your right shoulder. Observe if your spine is straight. Your shoulders above your hips. Your foot is flexed. And return towards the middle. And we're going to change. So you bend your left knee. Make sure there's a hand distance between your foot and your leg. Press with your right hand next to your right hip. Reach with your left arm up, and with this long, tall spine, reach forward. Wrap your hands around your leg and your other hand behind you. See if you can catch your fingers or catch your hands. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, look towards the floor. Start to bring your shoulders together. So keep your chest open. Come all the way up, cross, inhale, exhale, right elbow over left leg. Keep your foot flexed, inhale, exhale, look over left shoulder. Observe your breath. Calm, deep inhales and exhales, yogi breath. And the last one. Half boat. Lift your heart, straighten your back. Keep your face soft, maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Keep your knee and your heels in one line. One more breath, or maybe two. And let go. Straighten your legs. Make sure that you sit on the front of your sitting bones, so maybe walk a little bit forward. Keep your foot flexed. Inhale, create length. Exhale, reach forward. Maybe it's possible to grab your toes. If you have a strap, then you use a strap. Inhale to create length. Exhale, folding forward. One more. Inhale, create length. Lift your sternum. Exhale, folding forward. And keep your feet flexed. Keep your spine long and tall. Keep your chest open. Come out of your pose. Place your hands behind you. Fingertips are facing your hips. Open your heart. Bring your shoulder blades together. Bend your knees, placing your feet hip width. And then inhale, lift your hips up. Press into your feet and into your hands. If you want to do a variation, maybe you can reach with your right arm up. And of course, change. Left arm up. Or stay with both hands on the floor. And then return. Bring your buttocks back. Take a half boat. Maybe you want to do a full boat. So when you're ready, remember to keep your spine long and straight. Keep your heart pushing forward. Keep your face soft. 2 more breaths. And the last one. Now cross your ankles. Take a downward facing dog. And our last vinyasa. So inhale, high plank. Shift the weight forward. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now place your knees on the floor. And then maybe you need a block, maybe you need two blocks, maybe it's possible without your blocks. So you open your ankles, or you bring your ankles more towards the sides. And then if you have a lot of flesh on your calves, maybe push the flesh of your calves a little bit away. And then see if you can sit behind your knee, between your legs. So if this is impossible, then maybe sit on a block or maybe on 2 blocks. If it's still impossible, then just sit on your heels. So when you sit here, make sure that your toes are pointing backwards and your heels are hugging your thighs. Press into your sitting bones. Try to create a long, tall spine. Also, make sure that your knees are touching the floor and your knees are together. Okay. So use a block maybe, or 2 blocks, or sit on your heels if this is not possible. Now you can lean on your hands. You can open your chest and bring your shoulders on your back. And maybe you want to stay here, and that's fine. Give your body the time, your legs, especially your legs and your hip flexors and your hips. So if this is okay, maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to lower yourself on your elbows, but make sure that your knees are staying on the floor. And if you are on a block, don't go lower than your blocks. Then it's the best to stay on your elbows and don't go any lower. So maybe it's fine to be here. Give your body the time, a couple of breaths. Observe if your knees are on the floor. Everything is still okay with your knees, with your legs. If that's the case, then you can come lower, maybe all the way on your back. And when you're on your back, try to keep your ribs in. Try to keep your spine on the floor, your whole spine. Keep your knees down. And try to keep your knees together, or maybe hip width. You can spread your arms if you want to, or bring your arms all the way up. Stay on your elbows, that's fine. Just a couple of breaths more. It's a huge stretch for the whole front of your body, and especially for your hip flexors and your knees. If it's too much, then come back and sit on your buttocks. Okay. To come out of the pose, place your elbows into the floor, press into your hands, sit upright. Take a moment here. And then you lean on your right buttock, straighten your left leg. Lean on your left buttock, straighten your right leg. Just a couple of breaths. Bend your knees and then make some windshield wipers with your legs from left to right. So it was a big stretch for the front of your body, especially for your hip flexors. And then straighten your legs and come lay on the floor on your back. Bring your knees in, first your right, then your left. Move from left to right over your lower back. And we're going to end our practice with a twist. If you want to do twisted roots, I will show you. If you want to do a more simple twist, then just bring your knees towards the left, looking over right shoulder. If you want to do twisted roots, bring your legs up and then bring your right leg over your left. Maybe you can double wrap. Bend your knees again, and then move your hips a little bit more towards the right, and your legs are going to the left, looking over the right shoulder. You can always place a block under your legs. If you need a bit support, make sure that your shoulders are on the floor, or as much as possible. Maybe with the help of your hands, return towards the middle. Bring everything back into the center of your mat, and then you can choose your twist. Maybe your knees are going to the right, and maybe you want to do your double rep. So twisted roots, move your hips a bit towards the left. Your legs are going to the right, looking over left shoulder. And return towards the center. We're going to close our practice. Bring the knees towards your chest, wrap your hands around your knees, cross your ankles. Bring the nose towards your knees. Place your head back on the floor. Create length from your toes all the way up towards your fingertips. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let go. And one more, inhale. Exhale. If you feel you're ready, you can take your Safasana. Maybe you want to do something else before your Safasana, maybe a happy baby, or maybe you want to do a shoulder stand, and feel free, you have the time to do so. And after that, put on something warm or make it yourself comfortable and start your Safasana. You can close your eyes if you want to. And then your hand palms are facing towards the ceiling, so your shoulders are open. And then if you want to, you can start your Safasana with 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale. Exhale, let go of tension. Inhale. And exhale all the things you don't need anymore. Enjoy your Safasana. I'm going to close our practice. I'm grateful that you are here. Also, be grateful for everything you have in your life. And as always, take care of yourself. Take care of other people around you. And I hope to see you next time. Namaste. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.